What's up, guys? Those of you who've been down with me for a couple of years now know that I've been covering the return of Poison Lad, SLR, and Beats in general. All their kind of comeback records over the years. They're, of course, sort of part of the 100X posse, who I've also done a little bit of blogging about, but I intend to do some more in the future. Well, I guess if you don't really know, sort of break it down, it'd be sort of like you would say, like Kill a Priest and Prodigal Son and Hellraiser are like members of Sons of Man, but then Sons of Man are part of the Wu family. That's sort of how it is with Poison Lad and Beats in general. Those two guys are sort of their own group. Poison Lad, the MC, Beats in general, the producer, mostly. I mean, I think they've both done some production stuff, but basically one and one. Are sort of their own group, but then they're also sort of part of the extended 100X fam. And their comeback stuff, they're originally repressed. They're killer. They're basically greatest hit classic, Another One for You to Envy EP, but with a bunch of bonus tracks, including more rare stuff and some on-release stuff. And they've been just putting out on-release stuff, just record after record, killer 12-inch singles. I kept sort of expecting them to kind of hit the end of the, be scraping the bottom of the barrel, but it's always strong stuff. Until, unfortunately, several years ago when Poison Lad passed on. And so I sort of naturally assumed, I think we all naturally assumed, that that was the end of a really great run from Solid Ground Records. Solid Ground Records, by the way, that's not all they did. Actually, Solid Ground goes all the way back to the 80s. That's the stuff they did when they did their Rock the 808 12-inch or the old Death Wish 12-inch with the 100X posse, so all the way back to the 80s. But then, only in the 80s, really. And then they brought it back in like 2010-ish when they started doing their comeback stuff. And then it's pretty much all Poison Lad and Beats in general, though they also did like MC Googly and, of course, Tough Crew. You might have heard of them, right? So they did a lot of killer stuff, and it's a really great run. Really sad to see them go. But now, 2015, really excited, happy, and flat out just surprised to see them back. 2015, what we have here is a brand new 12-inch coming out right here. What I've got here is a test pressing. The original is going to look a little bit different. It's going to have a sticker cover. This is a test pressing of their new single, Armageddon. This is, again, Poison Lad, SLR, and Beats in general. These are the last vocal tracks that Poison Lad recorded back in the 90s. Finish up Beats in general, who was his producer all along, of course. So 2 killer tracks, and one has 2 versions, and then there's instrumentals on the flip. I'm going to talk about all of it. But yeah, so this is the new single coming out really soon. I think you can pre-order it now, but I don't think it's shipping yet. But anyway, Armageddon, the return of Poison Lad, SLR, and Beats in general. By the way, also real quick, you'll notice a 12-inch here behind me. This is a single by Poison, which is, of course, Poison Lad, SLR, when it's just going by Poison. This is one of their old school ones, goes all the way back to right after the Another One for You to Envy 12-inch. This is a stand-up Frank White. This is a pretty rare 12-inch. When they did their pre-orders for one of their earlier comeback singles, if I remember, I think it was the one for Thing Like Jazz, which is an amazing killer track and possibly as good or even better than the stuff on Another One for You to Envy, one of their greatest hits tracks. But I think it was that one. When in the package, they're also giving out original singles of When to Stand Up, Frank White. This is it, this 12-inch right here. This is vintage, cassette single, and a lot of heads got it that way. That's how I got it. But apparently recently they have come across, a direct quote is they found a box of 40 copies, all shrink wrapped, of that 12-inch single, the original 12-inch single. This is a little bit more kind of gangsta-ish, I guess, than a lot of their other stuff, and the stuff that they're better known for. Definitely Frank White, of course, is what's that Abel Ferrara movie? King of New York, starring Christopher Walken, is a reference to that guy. Frank White was the head gangster in that. And actually, a lot of gangster rap records have referenced that character and sampled that movie. School ID, of course, because he did the soundtrack for that movie. But lots of people have. School ID, of course, being from Philly, just like these guys. But anyways, this is a little bit more gangster than maybe you might expect from them. But if you've heard it, if you heard the old single and all, it's still a dope track. I don't know if I like it quite as much as their greatest hit stuff. Again, I don't know quite as much as Thing Like Jazz, but it's definitely really strong tracks. And one of the reasons why I bring it up now, besides the fact that it's just a thing, they got their new box and they're nice enough to send me a copy. And what they're doing is I think they're just listing them all individually on eBay. So a couple of sold already, and I think they're just going to do that until they go through the whole collection. But you can probably order it through them if you contact them while you're ordering the 12-inch Armageddon, which of course I'm about to talk about. But one thing about it is that when you see, I've just got, again, the test pressing of Armageddon, so I don't have the official version. But the labels they've designed for that one, That's the real reason I'm talking about now. Right now is this setup, how they got kind of poisoned and this kind of faded thing straightening out, and the whole layout and all that is the way they have the label set up for the new Armageddon 12-inch. So it's real kind of a throwback to their old school style, which you'd only recognize if you were familiar with this 12-inch right here, because it's the only single they did that on. So it's just kind of a real cool, bringing back that style from this 12 inches. So that's what you're going to see on Armageddon. Although the sticker cover is totally off in its own world, and it matches the theme of the song, which I'm about to talk about. So Armageddon is the A side, and in some ways it's a stronger track. I think instrumentally it's definitely the stronger track. It's really, just Poison Lad going off, hardcore freestyle flows, but it's got a theme of this sort of Christian, angel. He's sort of like a god who's kind of come back to battle. Of course, it's like Whack MCs and stuff. It's sort of like Rascast on Earth as It Is, or something like that, where he's using, it's definitely not like a Christian rap record. He's just using that kind of iconography into sort of hardcore battle rap. So it's really cool. The instrumental kind of echoes that a little bit with these kind of vocals in the background being looped. And the other version then, the street mix, is similar, but it doesn't have those kind of vocals at all. It's just more rugged, rough, hardcore, pure, stripped down kind of hard track. So both are dope. I actually do prefer the original version, but again, if you maybe think that's a little too ethereal for you, whatever, they do have the street mix as well. But I think at least lyrically, especially, the second track, Turn the Tables, is more interesting. Any of you who are really familiar with the music Poison Lad and Beats in general know that they are no strangers to controversy. If you think about singles like, Black Pussy back there, or even that one might be a little bit more kind of a shock value for shock's sake kind of stuff, but something like Watermelon Man from that EP, I mean, really controversial, really serious, really something to say, real kind of messages about racism and about, these sort of unpleasant conflict between race relations. That's all here in Turn the Tables. They've definitely brought that kind of edge back. And again, I mean, they haven't brought it back. This is unreleased from the 90s, but it's another one of those kinds of tracks. Turn the Tables, the metaphor is a little bit heavy-handed with, turn the tables like a 12-inch 1200. Although that is an excuse to put a little cutting and stuff into the chorus. But really, it's just a straight hardcore verses. I'm going to play a clip of it. It's going to speak for itself. I'm not going to bother trying to describe it any more than that. You're going to hear it. The whole song like that, as though, is raw. It's great. In fact, really, I don't even really have too much more to say. I think you just want to hear the new tracks. Again, Poison Lad and SLR, more unreleased stuff when you thought there would never be any. And this is as strong as stuff they put out before. It's even better than some of the previous 12 inches they put out. It's a really killer 12-inch, so definitely get on it right now when you can. I'm pretty sure if the pre-orders aren't up now, they're about to be up. The site's up, the Facebook's up, and I'll put some links in there and stuff. I mean, just really excited to see Solid Ground back. Everybody, of course, naturally just assumed that it was a great run from a great label, but the door had been closed on Solid Ground. But bam, Beats in General, himself again running it, hooking up the tracks, everything, has brought it back at least one last time. So Armageddon, here's some clips now. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
it, sober, drunk, or blunted. You know I turn the tables like Technique 1200s. I turn the tables like Technique 1200s. You know I turn the tables like Technique 1200s. I used to hustle from a vacant, just trying to make it. I done seen more shit than pipes in the basement. Crooked cops like jury shots, put niggas in the bracelets. Since your skin is your sin, you'll get murdered in the Matrix. Nothing but Ku Klux bucks and skinhead racists. It's like you're grabbing your ankles, getting fucked by a rapist. No retreat, no surrender. Whack all you white sheet ninjas. Bust your face through your pillowcase, stretch you like suspenders. Liberace, Nazi, watch me like a Tachi. You Confederate flag fags cannot stop me. Grand Wizard, Grand Dragon, or maybe Grand Master. You know your ass is trailer trash like the Dukes of Hazzard. Hogs, dogs, and frogs, fiddlesticks and banjos. Uncle Jed, skinhead, illiterate asshole. You wanna give me the news? Motherfucker, this ain't roots. I put my foot in your ass and smash your tongue under my boot. What the fuck do you expect when you cheat me on my check? Snap your motherfucking wishbone, trying to break your neck. Gotta clothe and feed my kids, shit it is what it is. So tell your bitch to give me brains like the eyes in the whiz. You never see me coming like my dick in your woman until I turn the tables like Technique 1200s. I turn the tables like Technique 1200s until I turn the tables like Technique 1200s.
See my weaponry, what I chose to compose, expose your legacy.